Hello and welcome to ReviewStudio. In this series of tutorials, we'll review everything you need to know to start using ReviewStudio effectively. In this first tutorial, we'll cover how to configure and brand your account, how to set up your users, and how to define your client lists and projects. When you first registered your account, you specified the domain of your own private review site where you and your users can now access the service by using your email and password. The first thing you'll want to do when you log in for the first time is to go to your account settings. In the first configuration tab, you can set your public company name and time zone. There are also a few other default settings here that we're going to be referring back to in future tutorials. On the branding tab, you can now upload a logo and a background color to provide a more branded experience to your users and clients. Your branding will appear on all your login pages and the email notifications. If you've signed up for one of the multi-user plans, you can now set up the additional user accounts for other people who will be accessing the service. To do this, click on the User tab and then the Create User button. Provide the name and email, and then select the role that will establish what level of access this user will have to your reviews. There are 3 roles available. Admins would be appropriate for the managers in your organization who would have full access to all the reviews created by any people for any project. As well, they can manage users and account settings. Collaborators can initiate new projects and reviews, but they're only going to have visibility and access to the reviews that they create or that others share with them. And reviewers can't create new reviews, but they can provide feedback and approvals, and again, they'll only have visibility and access to the reviews and projects that are shared with them. After setting up the role, you should provide a temporary password for the user, and then notify them of their new account by checking the automated notification option on the menu. Once established, each user can make changes to their personal profile. On this menu, you can upload an avatar, set your personal time zone, and set your automated notification options. If you activate these notifications, you'll receive an email whenever any new comments or tasks or approval actions are undertaken on any of the reviews you're involved in. You can also indicate whether you want to receive these notifications immediately or as a digest at periodic intervals. The final step in preparing your account is to go to the Clients and Projects tab and set up an initial list of any clients that you're going to be sharing your projects with. If you're using ReviewStudio only for internal reviews, then this client list might consist of different departments within your organization, or you could simply ignore the client list altogether, in which case all your projects are going to be organized by default under your own company name. So to add a client name, simply click on the New button and enter the name. From this menu, you can also set up the project names that will be used to organize your reviews. Again, just click on the New button and then add a project name or number, or both, of the reviews you're going to be managing. And if it's appropriate, you can also select the client this project is being managed for. There are a few other features related to projects that you can manage from this menu. The first is the ability to define an optional project team. And by setting up a project team, you can restrict the ability to share reviews for that project to a specific group of users. So to do this, you click on the plus button here and then add the users from the drop-down menu. You can add or delete users from a project team at any time. And note that this feature is only available for the studio and agency level plans. The other feature available on this menu is the ability to archive a project. Once a project is complete, or if a project is temporarily suspended, you can archive the project to deactivate and hide all the reviews associated to it. To archive a project, click on the Archive button, and the project will be removed from the list of active projects. To see the archive projects, click on Show Archive Projects at the top of the list, and the archive projects will be displayed with this gray background. And from here, you can click on the Archive button again to restore it. That concludes our first tutorial on configuring your account, setting up your users, clients, and projects. In the second tutorial, we'll cover managing and sharing your reviews. And if you have any questions about what you just watched, please contact us at support@reviewstudio.com and we'll be happy to help out.